All right. Hello, people. We are Vicinity, a progressive metal band from Norway, and would like to answer a few questions for Antichrist magazine. So let's begin then.
Yeah, so I'll start. Pierre, play the bass. Nice to meet you guys. What's the meaning behind our band name, Kim?
It's a bit secret, isn't it? People have been discussing it for years, and we have never really told anyone. So, but we're in the
Maybe we should keep it that way.
Maybe we should keep it that way. But we're in the vicinity of lots of stuff, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Good answer for everyone. Next question was, can you tell us a little about 8, or V3 as we like to call it?
Yeah. Perhaps we should start with why it took so long. Basically, I tracked drums for V3 or 8 over 4 years ago, January 2020, and at the time we intended to have the album finished by the end of the year or something like that, and then COVID happened and things got postponed and singer quit and but 4 years later here we are finally, and regarding the title, I guess we have had quite a few questions about the title itself, but as Pierre already said, we leave it up to the listener or the consumer to actually interpret what they want to feel about it. V3, as it's Vicinity's third album, or 8, it has 8 songs, so very blatantly you could say it's an album from Vicinity with 8 songs.
Yeah, released on March the 8th.
Yeah, and released on March the 8th.
And if you add together
International Women's Day. Yeah.
And if you add together 2024, you're back to 8. So yeah, plenty of conspiracy theories. So it was all planned.
It works on multiple levels, and pick your favorite. That's what it means.
Yeah.
Next question was a little bit about the cover art. It was fairly psychedelic, but we like it.
Yeah, it's Giannis, a guy from Greece that made it, and we gave him free reins. We gave him some themes and some lyrics, and he read it and just went with the vibe pretty much. And we thought it was unique. This didn't look like a traditional. It did look like a traditional prog, but not the man or woman standing for a glowing circle prog cover art. There's been so many of. It was something that we hadn't seen before, so we went with that, and we have gotten lots of accolades for that cover art.
Yeah,
so,
people seem to really like it, and like you say, we're really satisfied ourselves as well. So thumbs up to Giannis for that. Really good work.
And it plays also into the lyrics, which is a question I skipped, but we sent the lyrics as well to Giannis, I think.
Yeah. Did read it.
And if you look at it, if you look at the lyrics, it's all about the human condition and stuff that happens during a lifetime. And if you look at the album art, you find plenty of elements that reflect that. It's my opinion anyway. So that's a bit about the lyrics. Kim, you wrote some of them, and also Alexander, our old vocalist.
2 of the songs we have played more than 2 live actually, but just one of them with Alexander. But we intended to play another one, but COVID happened.
Again.
So 2 of the lyrics are co-written by Alexander still. So it's like a segue from that last album to this one. But you can talk about the way we got the new vocalist and how he contributed to this album.
But because when we got a new vocalist, he was very adamant about being not only a vocalist but also a writer and contributor. So he wanted full control over the lyrics and also the vocal parts, as far as he could anyway. So Erling Malm, obviously, is not here. He's in Narvik preparing for, I guess, another round in the court. He's a defense lawyer. So when he got on board, he just took all the music parts and just made magic happen in our regard, and just nailed it.
Yeah.
And he added in some flavor, added in the confusion reactors about how the propaganda machines are working behind the scenes stuff like that. The rise of AI, that's all his contribution.
Yeah, and Confusion Reactor, that's like he took some parts of my lyrics and rewrote it into fitting his form, and we are fine with that. He's the one who's supposed to sing it, so of course he has to shape it the way he wants to.
That's covered. Okay. Can you share insights into your cooperation with Uprising Records and Target Records? Kim, you're our point man there again.
Yeah, like always when we make an album, we make it, we finance it ourselves, we make it the way we want to without any interference, and then we see who's interested in publishing it. And the last time Michael from Mighty Music, he was the first one that got into our previous album Recurrence.
Yeah.
And when I sent him this album, he said, yeah, go ahead. We have another label that's connected to Target that's called Uprising, that's more for proggy acts. That's run by a guy called Fernando in cooperation with Michael, I think. And he jumped on. It didn't take many days before from when he heard the album until we signed the contract.
All right.
So next one. Yeah, what do you do for our livelihoods outside of music? Well, I said Erling, he's a defense lawyer up in Narvik. Me myself, I'm a sustainability manager for a consulting firm. Ivar?
I'm an IT consultant for in the oil industry.
Yeah, and also an IT consultant in the networking industry.
Yeah, and I run a film production company and teach filmmaking.
So, fairly non-metal stuff.
What do you play, Per?
I play the bass. And also, I have a dingwall bass, and also I play on some Music Man basses, and also have a EBS rig for live.
And Ivar, what do you do?
Yeah, what I do or what I play.
What do you do in the band?
I play the synths, and I have I'm playing on Korg Kronos as my main instrument, and then I have a Roland XP30 that I also use occasionally, but mostly MIDI. As a MIDI controller now.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Yeah, I'm the drummer of the band, and I play an Apex Pro Maple kit with Gibraltar hardware, Sabian cymbals, Remo heads, mostly. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and I'm Kim Marius. I play the guitars. I play Mayonnaise and Aristides guitars primarily. Live I use a Fractal Audio FM9 modular rig, and then for the album I used a PV6505 Plus.
All right. When did you first discover your interest in metal music? Let's start with Ivar.
Okay, so
Sit back and enjoy.
Are you ready, guys?
no, I started listening to metal. I think it was probably Nightwish when I was like 14, and then that got me into Sonata Arctica, which got me into, for some reason, Children of Bodom, and then like from the left field, the Dream Theater for some reason came in. I think it's about around the same time. And then I think also Pain of Salvation, and then just went from there.
Rest is history.
Yeah, basically.
Frode, our trad guy.
Yeah, well, I was a little late in the metal game. I discovered Iron Maiden, and I realized I really liked the longer songs like Seventh Son of a Seventh Son or Hallowed Be Thy Name, or and those are kind of prog-ish in the main world. And then, of course, Dream Theater got discovered, and from there a whole new world opened up with Rush, with Pagan's Mind, another brilliant Norwegian prog metal band, and then the world expanded, basically.
Kim?
I first think I discovered metal. I bought a Black Sabbath album when I was a teen, and also went to an Iron Maiden concert. And at the same time, I listened to like 80s pop, like Depeche Mode and Aha. And then one day I heard Metropolis Part 1 by Dream Theater, and I heard, okay, here we have the melodic things and the synths that I love combined with the metal that I also like. It's like, oh, I can have both.
What's not to love?
What's not to love? So, and then I heard other bands like Threshold was big for me early, and Pagan's Mind, of course, Circus Maximus and Seventh Wonder. Lately, been listening to bands like Haken and like more modern stuff. Also, even the genty stuff I can enjoy pretty much. So it keeps expanding.
Yeah, I think I have the shortest history in metal. I think I met Erling, our vocalist, first time in a choir, so that said something, I guess. But he was actually one of the guys who introduced me to like more the heavier side of metal. So obviously, I also come from a musically dead end in that regard. So I went with like the usual stuff. Symphonic metal, but then I really got a taste for the Gothenburg metal, In Flames and Corroded and those guys. And then I got a phone call. Do you want to play bass in Vicinity? So after that, I have been on a prog metal diet. So I needed to listen to obviously Dream Theater and all that stuff. And Seventh Wonder is a big influence of mine as well. What obstacles have we or you faced as a musician, and how did we overcome them?
Yeah, apart from being able to play our own stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think the obstacles that we primarily have is the ones that we create for ourselves. Basically, we usually try to raise the bar each time we write a song, and then we realize we actually have to play this shit live. And that takes some serious work to be ready for that. So I think, at least for me personally, sometimes I regret creating some parts, but
all the time.
It's also very rewarding when you can actually pull it off. So it's kind of what makes the music motivating as well, I'd say.
And it's a comfort that the first album is a breeze to play.
Yeah. So it's definitely been some evolution here, where we realize that the complexity has increased somewhat.
So in a couple of albums, this album will be a breeze to play by that standards, or
hopefully.
Yeah.
It's going to take 16 years. So depends on if the dexterity is still there. Yeah, I think you answered for all of us, Frode. Thanks.
Otherwise, lineup change, like Alexander
obviously
deciding that he didn't have the time to be in this band anymore. That was an obstacle.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said in the introduction, that this made B3 or 8 be postponed at least a year, I guess, more than it would have been otherwise.
True. Next question we got here is there a specific non-metal genre or artist you'd love to collaborate with?
Are we limited to live ones, or can we
go for dead ones? It's easier. Non-metal though, it's a bit harder.
Do you do it with Erling and Freddie Mercury? Would be nice.
And Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder plays bass for him. That would be awesome.
We haven't really thought too much into. We do our own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we play prog. Obviously, with some of the in the genres, obviously it would be great to do stuff with some more known bands and stuff. But how do we perceive the evolution of prog metal over the years?
Well, it's become more diverse. We've been accused of being classical prog metal,
accused,
and praised at the same time. Somebody praises us for being true to The old ways.
I feel that Haken came in at some point and just shook everything up,
Yeah.
and then now we can actually evolve prog metal some way,
Yeah.
because I feel that Dream Theater had the carte blanche on how to do it, how to play prog metal, and now when Haken came in, other people came in and saw that it's possible to change it up.
Yeah, and also like the gent prog scene, like Periphery. There are definitely prog metal, but with different kind of vocals. They like branched out how we can do prog metal. So.
Sure.
But it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think so. What's interesting is some of the reviewers or articles that are written not only about us but other albums that are released now, as that the prog genre is kind of not evolving as much as it should be or has been. But I tend to disagree a bit, because it's always evolution, even though that the great ideas, the great firsts, are always going to be great firsts, like in all music.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's still development happening, and guys trying new stuff and combining new stuff. So
and you don't necessarily need like progressive metal and progressive rock. That's become an own thing. It's become a genre. It's not really necessary to call it progressive music. It doesn't necessarily progress, but it's become a genre pretty much.
True. All right. So rapid fire section. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So go from Kim. Guitar shredding or drum blast beats?
Both, but primarily guitars.
Obviously.
Well, guess the opposite for me, primarily drums, obviously.
Ivar?
Guitar shredding.
I'll go for drum blasts. Erling? He's guitar. Yeah, he's guitar.
But he also loves black, so okay. Yeah.
Next question, Kim has asked for 3 answers, so that's the most memorable concert.
Yeah, okay, I'll start in 2005, Dream Theater at Sweden Rock Festival, and Dio playing the entire Holy Diver album at the same festival, Sweden Rock Festival, and the comeback concert of Aha in 2001. Not very metal.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Neil Moore's band in Oslo as recent as 2022, I think. That was really memorable on Innocence and Danger tour.
Not Shattered Fortress?
Well, that is a tied first place, I'd say Shattered Fortress in Malmö.
Yeah, it was an awesome concert.
Yeah.
I'll put it as my fourth.
And that's a unique one, of course. That was a one-time thing.
And I had a sick kid, so I couldn't attend it. So yeah, that stings.
Haken 2020? 21? In Oslo?
Yeah, the one where they played Africa by Toto?
Yeah, that one.
That was the worst song. That's it. But I actually remembered one concert. I was at a not Dream Theater, but Deep Purple concert with Dio on guest vocalists.
Wow.
That was one of probably my first metal concert. I didn't realize it then, but it was 15 years ago. 25 years ago. Shit, people. Anyway, that was something special.
I have to add a third one. The Iron Maiden concert where they exclusively played songs from the first 4 albums. That was really epic. I don't remember the year, but it's like 15 years ago or something in Oslo. So they were on the world tour with only exclusive music from the first 4 albums. Old school classic Maiden. Exclusively.
To put that question in a rapid fire round.
Yeah, that's...
Even, all right, mosh pit or crowd surfing?
Mosh pit.
Mosh pit.
Yeah, neither, basically.
Standing in the back.
Okay, I'll take this. I'll take one for I'll surf the crowd.
All right, cool. 12 a.m. studio session or 6 a.m. rehearsal?
12 a.m. studio.
Yeah, 12 a.m. studio.
12 a.m. studio.
Yeah, I think I have to agree.
Yeah. So, and this is probably a little bit longer one as well. What's your guilty pleasure song, non-metal?
Yeah, Aha, The Sun Shines on TV.
Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal.
Genesis, Land of Confusion.
I can't can't really think of anything. I'm just listening. As I said, I'm on a strictly prog metal diet for a time, so I can't, for the life of me, remember any song now. I actually had one lined up, but that's a metal song. So, or stay with me. It's my guilty pleasure go-to is Nightwish, and so I'm guessing people will
That's awesome.
discuss if it's metal or not. So yeah. So what's our future plans then?
Gigs
Yeah, we're gonna have a release concert in Trondheim
in May.
in May, 24th of May. So make sure you
Be there?
Yeah, if you're in the vicinity.
arrive.
Oh,
Yeah.
good one.
Cut.
Let's end on that.
Yeah.
We already basically have outlines for the new album.
Yeah, we
Another
have,
new album?
Yeah.
but they will probably rewrite lots of it. But we have lots of demos lying around.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I guess we have song sketches for more than one
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
If we finish everything.
yeah,
Yeah, we had to do something while waiting for the vocalist. So,
Yeah, so
We
while
started on
waiting
the album.
to release this album, as it's basically 4 or even 5-year-old songs that's now been finally released. Yeah, like you said, we have been using the time to write new material in between. So
yeah, thought
hopefully
about
you don't have to wait 5-6 years for the next album. But
No promise.
well, famous
no
last words.
promises.
Yeah, so that's it.
This has been Vicinity. Check out our album 8 or V3.
Right.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.